I typically don't talk about stuff like this, but when I'm one of them people, I'm having a debate with a buddy of mine, and I need to stop to talk about this real quick. So if you see me look at the screen, it's because I'm arguing with a very stubborn person who has decided to take the route of personally attacking me rather than my point of view or what I think. I want to make a quick video about this. I'm not really good. Well, this guy is a lot bigger of a YouTuber than I am, so I'm a little bit nervous because I know he's got quite a following, and if anybody of those following sees this video, um, just afraid some of his fanboys will come over and you know do what fanboys do. But I think it has to be said. And for starters, I want to say that I feel that when you make a when you're a bigger channel, um, YouTube isn't huge channel. Or they got huge channels. What I mean is the great majority of the people on this website aren't the PewDiePies. They're not the the amazing atheists and the boogie 2988s. They're the smaller ones, people like you and me. Um, so I feel that when an issue happens, it's good that bigger YouTubers come out and say something, but I feel that the little man has the brunt of the responsibility to speak out about stuff. Now, Jake Paul did a video um, where he was talking about suicide, and a lot of his I didn't get a chance to see his video because it's already taken down, but I did see a lot of responses from one of my favorite YouTubers, and the major one I'm going to talk about is Boogie 2988. Now, when Boogie speaks out about something, it's it's weird because he's kind of like me. He doesn't really like drama. He doesn't really like fighting. He doesn't really like stuff like that. So when Boogie speaks out, it's weird. But Boogie had some really good points, and I want to kind of talk about those a little bit and give my own input on it. Jake Paul did a video where he was talking about suicide, and I guess there's this one spot in Japan where all the locals go to commit suicide. And in the video, there was a corpse of a recently deceased man who decided to end his life. And that footage was left in the video. Now, I do believe that was a pretty disrespectful thing to do. That could have, um, they could have other kind of repercussions. Being that you know you don't really want to sensationalize something like suicide. Um, you don't really want to glorify it. You want to talk about it, but the human mind, the human brain processes things in a ton of different ways. We don't even fully understand it. Okay, what we do know is, suppose you have somebody who sees that video and goes, well, that video made it big. I want to make it big. I want to have a big YouTuber talk about me. And does that. I personally know people who suffer from depression. Um, One big thing that a lot of people don't know about me is years ago I actually attempted suicide. Okay. Um, and because of the nature of my channel being trash talk, I know this could be used against me, but hey, I'm being transparent with you guys. And I don't feel this video that Jake Paul did achieved the goal that I think he was trying to achieve. I think it more or less sensationalized what the person did. And even if it didn't, you have to figure, Jake Paul's a huge channel. What about these people's family? What about if a family member sees this or something and it's going to make them, sort of relive this or traumatize them because of what happened, I don't have a huge channel. Like I said, I might not break 100 views on this video. Some of my videos, though, have broken 20 or 30,000 views. Some videos gain traction, other ones don't. Most don't. But something like this on Jake Paul's channel, man, it's going to be seen worldwide. As a matter of fact, it already has been. It already has been. Most of my audience comes from the U.S., Canada, and surprisingly, South Africa. By the way, what's up to my South African people? I'm just kidding. Racial appropriation. No, I was just kidding with you. But I just feel like this was the wrong way to go about this because, what happens if these people's families seen it? They probably already have, man. They probably already have. And it's gonna re-traumatize or it's gonna make them live through the trauma and actually seeing what happened. Maybe they don't know for sure if it's their relative, but somebody is gonna see this. This is gonna hurt or bother somebody. It's worldwide already, and the video was just put out yesterday. I feel when you have issues and when you're talking about stuff like this, it's good to talk about it, but it's not good to sensationalize it. And I feel like that's what Jake Paul did. I don't agree with the approach. I agree with the message because he put the suicide hotline up there and everything. He knew what he was doing. But I definitely, with these kind of issues, man, you can't just boom and put it out there, bro. You have to approach these with some sort of empathy or sympathy, some kind of feeling as to what the other person was going through. And I don't feel like that was met. I think a better message for, suicide and stuff is to reach out to the living, which he sort of did with the suicide number hotline, man. But again, the image, the leaving the hanging of a human body in the background. I just don't think that was the way to go about this. I don't know, man. I want to know what you guys think. I think this should have been handled with a little bit more gently, with a little bit more care. But that's just my opinion on it.